So today I'm going to be making cake pops. So you may be thinking, hey Rose, why are you still wearing pajamas? I'm not. I'm just not bothered to change the top half of me. The recipe is really easy. You just need flour, sugar and butter. And it's more like cookie dough than cake, but let's get into it. First, you've obviously got to wash your hands. So I'm going to do that. So I don't know the exact measurements, just I know that you need flour, sugar and butter, and you don't need to cook it or bake it, but you just need to make sure you heat up the flour, because flour has germs and can give you salmonella, so you've got to heat up the flour. The cake box will be only for me, really. We are going to need chocolate as well to decorate it with. So let's get into making it. Bowl, and you're going to need a mixing tool as well. I like using this. Your flour, get your sugar, and get your butter in a minute. I don't have a microwave, so I'm going to be using this mug. I'm putting that in the air fryer with the flour in it. But you're going to need, well, I don't know how much. I've just added like the rest of the flour that's left. But honestly, I don't know. So you're going to put this until you can feel it and it will be warm. I'm currently doing something in here, so we've got to take that all out. Yes, this process is very necessary. You do have to cook the flour, otherwise you could make yourself really poorly. So you do have to cook the flour. Put that on for about 10 minutes. So we're going to start on these ingredients. I know this is like a thingy cup, but you need half cup of sugar, and that's a half cup, but I actually put quite a lot of flour, so I'm going to see how much flour I put. For some reason there's always problems with me. I'm just going to check the recipe again. To get it right, you do need half a cup of flour and sugar, and then you need 1 cup of butter. So if we flatten that out a bit, that's more, wow, that's a bit too much. So we need a bit less amount of that. I'd say that's about it. I'm going to put all of this back into the bag. The fry is still going. You can probably hear it, to be honest. But oh well. I just need to put that back in there. And then obviously pour this in here. And then put that in the air fryer to cook. Do the same with the sugar. You're going to put a half cup of sugar as well. So that's about a cup, I would say, a half cup. Just a bit more. Because honestly, like, this recipe is really easy. If you just need like, yeah, I would say that's about half cup. So you can add all of that in. Put this back in the cupboard, and we're just going to put this back in the cupboard. If you want your like cake pops things to be chocolate flavoured, you're going to want to get some cocoa powder. I'm going to make my chocolate flavoured, so I'm going to need to get the cocoa powder. The cocoa powder, and you're only going to add a bit because you don't want it to be too cocoa-y. So I'm just going to add like half of this into there, and hopefully that will be like enough, or just the right amount, because I don't want mine to be really chocolatey, but I don't want it to have like no flavour. So that's why I'm doing it like that. Okay, I don't think that was enough, so I'm giving up on the idea, and I'm going to put vanilla in it. So you guys don't have to give it any flavour if you didn't want to, but I don't like plain things, so we put in a bit of vanilla. I'm adding just like a lid full of it. Actually we'll do 2 lids full, because it doesn't say, the recipe that I like following, it doesn't say whether to like add vanilla or anything, so yeah. Obviously, because I'm over the top, we're going to add a bit of food colouring because, like I said, I'm over the top, so I'm going to add a tiny bit of that. It's literally tiny, but it'll still show up because it's food colouring, so yeah. 1 cup full of butter. As we haven't got any butter, so I'm just going to have to use this. I think it'll work the same though, so it doesn't matter. Wash my hands again. But yeah, I'm going to get the butter. I'm going to get like a decent amount. So because it says 1 cup, so I'm just going to get this thing. Which, that's a big scoop of it. Honestly, I do not know how much to add. I think I'm going to do that much, because that's quite a fair bit, but it's also not like too much. You're going to grab this and get your flour out. That's going to be hot, remember, so you're going to need like a tea towel to get it out with because you don't want to burn yourself. And then you're going to put this somewhere in there. But I'm just going to put it in the same cup as the flour was in because I don't want to like do too much washing up, and I don't think that the butter will be able to go in that glass container because I don't think that glass container will be able to go in the air fryer. So I'm just going to grab guys and bring you back over here, and then we're going to add butter into there. I'll be back. Grab your spoon and just pop it in there. Get this, put that in there until it's melted, because honestly you're going to want that quite melted. It's already started melting. Keep the spoon, put your jug in the wash and put this back away. Come over to here where your dry ingredients are and give that a really good mix. And guys, I'm just going to add the food colouring again into the butter. I'm going to add some more vanilla into the butter. Done that, I've just added more, and we're just going to, well, like everything's good now. Everything is almost ready. We just need to wait for the butter to fully melt. And we'll mix the butter and then we'll add it in. I think it's done. We'll stir that around and then we're going to see if that butter is done. Guys, I wouldn't say it's particularly done because it hasn't actually been in there for that long. So we're going to leave it a bit longer, I think. I literally just got all the butter stuck to the spoon. So I'm going to get the tea towel again. And so then we can get it off the spoon. Put it back in there. But it's actually melting quite good. So we're going to put it in there for a tiny bit longer. And then, yeah, it should almost be done. I will come back to you guys when it's done. I know it's not actually done yet, but I'm going to get some little moulds to put them in. What I've got are these little ghost moulds. So these are going to have to do. I'm probably going to want to start melting down some chocolate or something. So then you've got something to cover them with. That isn't a problem for me because I've got some Easter eggs that I haven't ate yet. So we'll just use them. Another bowl. And you're going to melt your chocolate. Now I'm going to just do this melting way where you melt it in the bowl over the pan. Get a decent amount of chocolate because honestly you're going to want like quite a bit. And just mash it up. That's what I've got so far. Make it quite small so it'll melt easier. I'm not going to do all of this egg because it's a fairly big egg, to be honest. So I've just snapped that much off. We're going to use that bit that just snapped off and we're going to smash that up into the bowl. So yeah, obviously seal it. And then this I'm going to have to put somewhere else. You want to keep breaking the chocolate up and get ready to get the butter out. Butter's ready. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't be ready because that was in there for such a long time. I honestly forgot about it. Mix it around. This is what mine's looking like. I don't know why the camera's like that, but this is what mine's looking like. You're going to want to add that into your flour and stuff. Okay, you need to get this. And I want to pick that up and pour all of that into your dry ingredients. Super duper easy. Just give it a mix. I do not think I added too much, honestly. Yeah, I just don't think I did. But it is a bit like watery. Like, it's a bit too much oil. I think I added a bit too much. Yeah, I definitely added too much. So we're going to add some more flour or something, I think. Because, honestly, it's really, like, liquidy. So, more flour. It just tastes really good, though. Just warmed up more flour, add that in. I would say a cupful of flour, half a cup of sugar, a cup of butter. Yeah, that will be you making the perfect. Because I don't think those measurements were exactly right, because it's just a tiny bit like too watery, I think, or liquidy. Okay, mix that around. And then, mix that around until you think you'll be able to touch it. I think I just need a bit more. And then you're going to want to melt down your chocolate. I'm using the air fryer again because I am not bothered to melt down all of that chocolate. Keep adding as much flour as you possibly can because it's definitely not enough flour. Like, that was so little flour. I was a bit suspicious of it, but I didn't question it because I don't know. I don't know why I didn't question it actually. But you're going to keep mixing until it comes into a perfect dough form. Wash your hands once again and then come back. For your molds, you're going to want to make sure they are all clean, obviously. And this is going to be the top of the cake pop. This is going to be the bit that you will see. So you're going to want to get some like sprinkles or anything. I'm going to get these chocolate sprinkles and put them just in the tops of the molds because that's where your top of the cake pop is going to be. I don't know, yeah. And then what we'll do is we'll add the chocolate into the molds. Well, actually wax. Yeah, we'll add the chocolate into the molds and then they'll be good. It's all ready. I'm just going to tidy up a bit. It should almost be melted. I've just tidied up the whole kitchen. And this dough is like literally perfect. But I did wash my hands, don't worry guys. It's just a bit too oily. Wash my hands once again and then get the chocolate out. I'm gonna be getting the chocolate out because it looks dark. So get that out, turn that off. Start. Put this. Wait, we might need that, never mind. Yeah, we'll need that. Bring this to your station. Okay, now we're almost done, guys. We have done a lot in this video. So make sure to go like and subscribe if you haven't already. You're going to fill your chocolate up to, just going to fill the molds with some chocolate. And you will just add your stuff inside. It'll probably be more like chocolate than like the cake pop stuff because because I don't think it'll go in the middle, but it still tastes really good. Like, yeah. Now this is a bit of like a longer video, but they are going to be super yummy no matter what they look like. They're going to be good if you like this stuff. Get your and you're going to get the rest of the chocolate out. The chocolate in them all, you're going to just put the cookie dough in, and yeah. So we're going to get like a decent amount of it just to put in the molds. I think I've got a bit too much cookie dough. I won't fit it all, or like cake pop stuff. I won't fit it all in the molds, to be honest. I made quite a bit. I followed the recipe though, so I've just made as much as it told me to make. But yeah, I guess the recipe wants you to make more than this. Yeah, and then you're gonna get something to push them a bit down with, because I don't think that's fully down. This thingy, which I'm just gonna push all of the cookie dough down with, just to make sure it's actually fully down at the bottom of the molds, not just chocolate. So yeah, I'm gonna add a bit more on the top of each one. Yeah. You guys, I think my mum's going to be home soon. She's gone out shopping. Get your cake pops and put them in the fridge. Yes, guys, I do know that they do not have sticks yet. Yet being the key word. Other mold, and I'm just going to fill these up as well. Cleaned them and my hands again. So we're going to fill them up as well. Which is, I don't know how much these are going to hold. They're not going to hold a lot, certainly. I don't know that for a fact. But it's alright. Because we can just roll the rest into balls and then put them as just little things. And then we're going to add chocolate on the top of them. That's 1, 2. I don't think I melted enough chocolate, you guys. I melted a lot, but I guess it just wasn't enough. I didn't actually think I would have to resort to more molds though, because honestly, like those ghost molds, I really thought would hold quite a lot, but I guess they didn't. I'll just scoop the rest of the chocolate out of this bowl, because yeah, get your mold and put them in the fridge as well. I just ate a bit more of it. Put this in the sink. And these. Nothing ever happened. Guys, they're in there. So yeah, I'll be back. Bye.